Brothers and sisters, it is happening again. We are vindicating. I know the truth is coming out one after another. Every day, the truth is coming out. If Reverend Father Mbaka can swallow the truth, can swallow shame and vomit the truth, then you Pentecostal follower, ask your pastor, who is him? Upon all the scandalization with scandalizing Mbaka, Mbaka summoned the courage. He came out now and speak the truth. Truth is bitter, but whenever you summon the courage and speak the truth, the light will shine. Why is it that many other pastors are still keep living in shame? Why can't they take water and wash their face just like Mbaka have done? Mbaka said, I don't know him. I don't know Nnamdi Kanu. I never met him before. But he has heard of him. And he has heard of what he is doing. May God bless Nnamdi Kanu. Why is your pastor still keeping pride? Why is your pastor still keep living in pride? Why is your pastor still living in proud? The problem we Africans, Nigerians, especially Igbo people have is because we don't recognize our fault. Nyanwodo is dying in shame. Nyanwodo knows that Nnamdi Kanu is doing a great job. George Obiozo is dying in shame. George Obiozo knows that Nnamdi Kanu is doing a great job. Okezi Bazu knows. He said it, that Nnamdi Kanu has been right all along. All the Eastern governors, they know that Nnamdi Kanu is doing what their heart desires. Hope Uzodimma, he is crying now. He said, since he killed Ikonso, that he never sleep. And Hope Uzodimma will never sleep until he will sleep the last sleep of his life in this world. Because they know that Nnamdi Kanu is the one that come to switch the light of peace, joy, happiness, and harmony in this world. If Mbaka can swallow this shame, Mbaka can swallow shame, then ask your pastor who is him. Pastor Gakwamunabo. Those people, they cut their prick. 72,000 prick. They are human beings. And all those people are Christians. Pastor never talk about them. Pastors never say that in their church. And when they are cutting the prick of those people, these people must have been calling their pastor, calling on God, calling on Jesus Christ. But who is the person fighting until Nigerian parliament begin to speak about those people they call their prick out? It is Nnamdi Kanu. If Mbaka, upon all we march in Mbaka, we march him, we march Mbaka, we march him front and back. Everybody knows Mbaka ceased. We call him son of a native doctor. Let him go back and begin to practice native doctor than to become a priest. You see that Mbaka have summoned the courage to speak the truth. Watch that video. Watch that video. You will see all those people in adoration camp. You will see how they are clapping hand. They clap the hand. They shout with joy because their ear is want to hear the truth. Men, truth na toto, no matter how hard it is to say it out. We scandalize Mbaka. We scandalize him. Today, Mbaka now is talking. Mbaka now is talking. Mbaka have recognized the truth. Who is them? Who are those people? Why should we keep quiet for them? Mbaka now have recognized the truth. They caught 72,000 prick. Nobody is talking. Only Nnamdi Kanu is talking. And all these people that they say that we are making noise in Facebook. Normally we are not noise makers, but we did not come to this world to see nonsense and keep quiet. They kill your mother, you keep quiet. You wait for pastor to talk. Pastor cannot talk. Evangelist cannot talk. Deacon cannot talk. Deaconess cannot talk. Reverend fathers cannot talk. Reverend sisters cannot talk. Then we don't like all these atrocities going on. We don't like it. That's why we become noisemakers. As pastors tell us that we are noisemakers. They call us miscreants because we don't accommodate evil. We don't accommodate evil. Today Mbaka is now saying the same thing we want him to say all along. Mbaka go along promoting Buhari, promoting all evil people in our land. But today, Mbaka said he never met Nnamdi Kanu before, but he used to hear about him. He never met Nnamdi Kanu before, but he used to see what he is doing. He never met Nnamdi Kanu before, but everybody knows that Nnamdi Kanu is doing the right thing. Now Mbaka have cleared the shame. George Obiozor will one day come out and clear the shame. Why the blood of Ikonso will keep on chasing all those saboteurs? The blood of Ikonso will keep on chasing all those saboteurs until they go to their grave. Since they decided to be sending all the Christians in the eastern region to their early grave. All those people they sent to early grave, we send them back to early grave, all those saboteurs. Nyanwodo is dying in shame today. But he knows the truth. Do you think if Nyanwodo come now and they recognize the truth, that we will not come out and praise him just like we are changing the narrative of Mbaka today now? If Mbaka come out tomorrow night to speak bad against Nnamdi Kanu, everybody will know. Everybody know already that Mbaka is Mbaka. But today, he have said it, that God will keep on blessing him because Nnamdi Kanu has come. Nnamdi Kanu has come to give us peace of mind. Everybody is running up and down. The people that put themselves in the position to speak the truth to the people, they fail to do their job. They call themselves pastors, and they want us to keep quiet. They want us to see our sisters being raped, slaughter them, and put them in the farmland as a manure. They want us to keep quiet because they call themselves pastor. Who Pastor Ga? Those people Abraham Nnamdi Kanu joro. Nobody have to prick. Onyan kobne perenki e were heart ya, e send their heart ya to Europe. E were amu ye send their to China, and China we make the soup. Then the pastor will keep quiet. We've been calling on them. Change this narrative. Change this narrative. That is what we are telling the pastors. Stop feeding our memory with the ancient history. Ancient history is made for us to learn how to live in the millennium we are into. They say we are noisemakers. But when you want to analyze who is the real noisemaker, they say empty vessel make the highest noise. They are the pastors. The pastors make the highest noise. These people will take the highest microphone and the loudspeaker and put all the street. They hand the microphone on the street, disturbing people's ear. Inside one street, you will see like 10 churches, 20 churches, who will beat each other. Who will make the highest noise. But when you go home, generator will disturb your brain. You will not even sleep to think of what to do. That's why you see everybody is stupid in Nigeria. Then when we want to talk, then some pastors will say that we are noisemakers. You see, Mbaka have recognized the truth today. We scandalize Mbaka. Today we have come again to tell you people that Mbaka now said, God blessing Nnamdi Kanu because he has come to save us from Hausa Fulani. Only Mbaka know the tricks of the Fulanis. Only Nnamdi Kanu know the tricks of Fulanis. Only Nnamdi Kanu knows this trick. And that's why when we go to church, we listen to pastors how they teach about Abraham. We listen to pastors how they preach about Moses. We listen to Abraham, to pastors, how they preach about Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego, Daniel. We go to church, we listen to how they preach about Moses. We go to church, we hear how they preach about Joshua when Joshua took the Israelites and they enter inside the promised land. We listen to them. But this thing is what we listen, and the same pastor told you, never you become only a hearer, but a hearer and a doer. Now we hear the gospel of God, we start to practice the gospel of God. The same pastors stand against us. The same pastors stand against us. They say that we are noisemaker. Who is now noisemaker? Who is then noisemaker? Please write me something. Tell us who is noisemaker. Those pastors that never want to recognize the truth. That Nnamdi Kanu came with a different agenda to save a black man in this surface of earth. Write us now. I want to read comments. Because why do we need comment? Why do we need comment? Let me explain. When we read comments, those saboteurs, those people they recruited to attack the people online. We used to use the comments of other people to justify. The other day when I make my news, I get like more than 1 million comments. These 1 million comments, all of them tell us that we are doing the right thing. Write out your opinion. If you cannot come online, write out something. We read, we learn from what you write. When we learn from what you write, when we speak it out. The other day, I made a special video. Somebody said his own problem is that Nnamdi Kanu is making program every day. That he's supposed to be relaxing. He liked the program of Nnamdi Kanu, but let him not be coming out every time. I tell the person, Nnamdi Kanu is led by the Holy Spirit. If he has a message, he will come out and give message to mankind. That's why Oja say, because Nnamdi Kanu, I've been telling you people, Nnamdi Kanu hear from afar. He received information from the Holy Spirit, the angels above. Then when we come back to science, science called the angels extraterrestrials. In science, the one other people like Europeans can understand, because Europeans also watch this program. If you check my profile, you will see some, even criminal police, all of them watch this program. You understand? That's why you have to write message. Because anything that come out in what we are doing, we will use some of your message to defend ourselves. You understand? That's why writing message, writing comment is very, very necessary. It's very, very necessary. Today, ask your pastor, you Pentecostal follower. Ask your pastor if Mbaka will finally recognize the truth. Who is him? Joya mo kwa munabo. Anda mo ebere amo ha, Joya nke ya debo. Joya pastor nke ya debo. I've been telling you people, solution to our problem is very, very simple. Any day our elders stand up and they tell pastor, this is what we want to hear in your church. They have no option. They have no option than to change topic in their church. Teach us that in the word they say that he will sabotage anybody that stand against Fulani killing our people. Nyanwodo say this thing. This is what our children will read in the history of Biafra. Let them start to teach us so that we can be able to pass this information. The way we hear in the Bible that Herod ordered to kill every male child from 2 years down. The way it's written there, that is the way Nyanwodo said that he will sabotage anybody that is against the Fulanis, raping our mothers, raping our sisters, cutting them in pieces, throwing their parts inside farmland to turn as manure. This is what pastors should be teaching in the church, so that our children will know the history of Biafra. That George Obiozo was appointed by Meeti Allah. George Obozo was appointed by Meeti Allah. Obozo was appointed by Meeti Allah. Hope Uzodinma was appointed by Metiala not to be feeding our mind and our memory with history of Abraham 8,000 years ago. Elijah 6,000 years ago. Jesus 2,000 years ago. Turning our brain backward. Our brain is going backward instead of our brain to go front. The brain is going backward. That's why you see that the black man doesn't reason forward. He doesn't reason forward. Then Nnamdi Kanu said that God gave him an idea how he can transform black man mentality, how to think forward. Then he called all these people, Ohaneze Ndigbo and the Eastern governors. He said, God sent me a message. You people should support me to deliver this message. He called Reverend Fathers. You people should support me to deliver this message. But to no avail. But to no avail. What they do is they plan to assassinate him. That is what they did. They plan to assassinate him. So this is what pastors should be teaching to this generation, not old history, so that our people will know how to think forward. Our people will know how to think forward. Our people will know how to go forward. Our people will know how to think how the white people used to think. White people think forward. They don't think backward. They think backward to correct their mistakes. White people, Europeans, England, Americans, they think backward to correct the mistake of the past. Then they put their children forward to correct their mistake in the future. Then why is it that pastors will keep on recycling our brain in one old Bible? Old Bible you should read once. You read once, then you learn how Abraham ran the race. Then you march forward. But pastors are putting our brain backward. But when we talk, they say that we are antichrist. When we talk, they try to put one kind of confusion inside their own followers, those people that used to go there to clap hand. But it is your responsibility to reclaim life from your pastor, since you know that you have to go to church. And let me tell you people something. One of my next program I will do. Do you know, going to church is a habit. The way you form habit to go to discotheque, the way you form habit to go to nightclub, to go and dance, that is how people form a habit to go to church. Going to church is just it's a habit. Church is not righteousness. Every one of us, we come up, we grow up learning how to go to church. Right from our fathers and our mothers, they took us to church. We form the habit of going to church every day. If you don't go to church, you will feel like you will miss something. But salvation is not inside church. Salvation is not inside church. Salvation is in your mouth. Salvation is recognizing the truth, the way Mbaka recognized the truth today. That is salvation. Because the pastors fail to tell us. And when you see all those pastors that recognize the truth, you see that they are members of the members of their church, they are intact now. They are growing in wisdom. They are growing in wisdom. You understand now? Going to church is a habit. Going to church is it's not righteousness. It's not salvation. Going to church is just a habit. We form that habit that we should be going to church every day. That time when coronavirus come, they close every church. Did anybody die? Nobody died. Nobody died. Rather, we begin to ask ourselves questions. That is when revolution starts. Everybody knows now, if you don't go to church, you will not die. Rather, you ask yourself question. I will handle this program next time. I just stand here now to tell the people what I heard from Mbaka. Whether he is a hypocrite, as we become to know him as a hypocrite, when he begin to promote Buhari, that Buhari is the Messiah. You know, he convinced all the Eastern region to go and vote Buhari. Now we have seen who is the Messiah. Now he is telling the people that God is sending Nnamdi Kanu now, no? He is doing a good job. He congratulating him. That is what I just come to say today. Because this job, we will be doing it gradually. Send this message gradually until our people start to learn how to reason forward. Until our freedom is achieved. Thank you all, lovers of freedom. I love you all. Anybody that will watch, your message is necessary. Guy, tell your pastor that Mbaka, this is Bini guy, tell your bad pastor that Mbaka have recognized the truth. Who is him not to recognize the truth? The only truth circulating all over the world now is in Nnamdi Kanu. Anybody that failed to recognize it is fake, or maybe he don't know what he's doing. His call is questionable. We don't hide our face to say it. Yeah, one Osha. Yeah, Mbaka is evil. But that truth is now coming out. The members, you see that adoration ministry yesterday is filled up. It's filled up yesterday. And the people he is deceiving is receiving the news now that God bless Mbaka. That one, we want to hear God bless Mbaka. If he is evil on his own, because we already know. But let him tell people, God bless Mbaka. They have deceived us enough. They have deceived us enough that we have to be practicing Jonah. You see, Jonah, this is what we are practicing today. Jonah. Wherever we stop and we receive the message, we pack and deliver the message. That is what we are doing until we get saved. 72,000 prick they caught from our people. Because you are in Europe, nobody threatening your life. Do you know how many boats that sank in the Mediterranean Sea yesterday? Yesterday news. Go and check European news. Mediterranean Sea. How many people die on top of the sea? How many people die there? And sometimes these people will say, instead of those people to die on top of the sea, it's better to cut their prick and they send their prick to China for pepper soup. Why they will take their heart to change organ for Indians and the other people. And the pastor is there telling you that tomorrow Jesus will come. And they tell us Jesus will come the year 2000. Jesus never come. Yet they keep on championing that Jesus is coming again. If Jesus is coming, what is Jesus coming to do if we don't have Biafra? So, my brothers and sisters, I love you all. Let me go back to work.